believe this shit.
That I've been able to do.
Just the place where we from and where we come from. Like, everyone has that story, right? We all from...
You all, Diddy's son Christian Combs is not amenable to Jay-Z's disappearance and has criticized him for forsaking Diddy when he was dealing with legal issues. One of Diddy's closest friends, Jay-Z, quickly turned against him when the feds arrived, and he hasn't looked back since. It appears that Christian has a lot of information about Jay-Z, and he is now threatening to snitch on him to the public as well as the feds. He recently confirmed that the first he has is worse than anything we will ever know. As you can imagine, this is going to be a hot mess because Christian did not come to play with Jay-Z. You may recall how people were talking about Jay-Z possibly being the next big name in Hollywood to be exposed. According to rumors, Christian, Diddy's son, has been out there trying to make that happen and has allegedly been spilling tea on Jay-Z as retaliation for leaving his father and severing all ties. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past year, you are probably already aware that Jay-Z and pretty much everyone else in Yins. Due to Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Lil Rod's and other victims' accusations, as well as the ongoing federal investigation, the industry has been separating from him. I won't go into the specifics of the accusations, but they were severe enough that Diddy was completely fired by the industry, disinvited from the Grammy Awards, and cut off from all of his industry friends. The thing that's crazy is that he looks especially upset about Jay-Z interrupting him, since rumors are circulating that Christian is supposedly on a mission to Pussynth. To provide some background on why Christian is so upset with Jay-Z, make sure he is the next to fall. These two weren't just casual industry friends, they were best friends. He even claimed that only his mother and Jay-Z could call him by his real name.
I've got to be in the zone working on my global icon set.
Yeah.
How important and how special was this moment to have your family?
When someone in the field shows up, everyone goes out of their way to get an invitation. Since 2010, Jay-Z has been hosting this brunch every year. Only the pandemic prevented large gatherings, and no one was throwing parties then because it was illegal. Other than that, though, this brunch has been a regular part of his entire romance with Jay-Z, and Jake was unable to attend this year for obvious reasons. Sean. So you can imagine how much the betrayal hurts. There's only one person I'm going to, and I call him Sean, and that's Jay-Z. We call each other Shan. Oh, I see. No one else could name me Sean. He's the G-word. It shouldn't be all that shocking because Jay-Z has a history of abandoning people when things get messy, especially if it might come back to haunt him. The only person who sings is my mother, okay? They should be calling me Sean instead. Diddy probably thought Jay-Z would be there for him through all of this chaos, but Jay-Z hit him with a big psyche and left faster than you could blink. Close with R. Kelly back when he was in his 30s, and he falsely presented Mara Leah with those court docs before she had even reached 18. As with his friendship with Diddy, Jay-Z and R. Kelly were fairly close. But after R. Kelly was found guilty of all those shady charges, and the truth was revealed, Jay-Z quickly distanced himself from him, as if their relationship were over. Despite knowing about the shady relationship, R. Kelly was able to avoid jail time for falsifying documents and marrying a minor, and they even went on a joint tour together. Friendship had never even existed, so his turn on Diddy shouldn't have surprised anyone. But it appears that Diddy was still holding on to the idea that he would ride with Jay forever, even though Jay-Z wasn't willing to jeopardize his own reputation for it. In any case, it's been months since everything went down, and Diddy is still essentially a pariah in the industry. If I'm going down, we're all going. There has been a rumor that he is snitching on Jay-Z, and that Jay is the next to be exposed for using his son Christian to do his dirty work for him. For years, there have been rumors that Jay-Z has been involved in some shady activities, but nothing has stuck. One possible explanation is that many of these alleged incidents occurred before the internet took off like it does now, when there were no cameras, phones, or viral moments. So it was essentially his information against the accusers, and nobody even came forward at the time. Adding, Jay-Z has always been astute at hiding his identity and making sure that nothing could be traced back to him. He has been cautious enough to keep things under wraps so that nothing has ever come to light. But if Christian is truly out here leaking information, matters could change quickly. Sean Carter is worse. Uh-oh, man. He's smarter, he's patient, he's not sloppy, and he's been lining up people he'd pembroke and sprang. People began to look the other way, and a state executive for Shield had a visionary role in the van of our driving and went to see what would develop. Additionally, World played a significant role in supporting the future HSS Tring Center location in Sunset Park Brook and the community as the Bee of 1934, which offers a platform for incoming artists from around the world. Tonight, his wife Jay and his kids embody the same resolve he used to improve the area. Please give thanks to Geo4 Security Solutions and the next generation. Away when Jay-Z didn't host his annual Rock Nation brunch this year. If you know Jay-Z, you already know that he doesn't play when it comes to that brunch, which is a major event for everyone who's involved. They called friends and stepped aside while they were hit by the guillotine for 30 years. But as you're aware, there's no such thing as a perfect crime, and rumors are circulating that Diddy may have some dirt on Jay-Z that he passed on to Christian. Precisely invite Diddy to the brunch. Fans were interested in how it would unfold, and there was even conjecture about whether Jay would take the chance and invite him or just ignore Diddy entirely. When Jay-Z didn't host the event, it only fueled the flames, and fans began to speculate about what might have led to the brunch's cancellation. There were worries that something significant had happened to Jay-Z or Beyoncé, but they denied this, saying that instead of Sefpa Small, they were planning to host their Grammy brunch in order to support their friend and CEO of Sony Music Publishing, John Platt, who received the Grammy Salute to Industry Icons Award. This didn't make sense for a number of reasons, including the fact that Jay-Z was also receiving the Grammy's Global Icon Award, so by this reasoning, he should have thrown his brunch to celebrate. Additionally, if they don't really have a set date for the event, so fans are now certain that the real reason they canceled was because they didn't want Diddy to attend. They were using Clive's party as a cover-up and an excuse, and it was the ideal one, because even if they hadn't invited Diddy, people would still be talking about how they were distancing themselves, which would have caused a lot of drama. The cancellation of the brunch raised questions about what Jay-Z and Beyoncé are trying to hide. There's no way you don't get to hold your Grammy in your hand when you equal a record. So yes, if Christian were to reveal this information about Jay-Z, let's just say that he would blow up the internet. Let's not even discuss how Jay-Z has been cheating on Beyoncé and how he essentially admitted that he cheated on her and treated her so badly that he broke her spirit in his song 444. He said, "I said don't embarrass me instead of be mine." There were rumors that Jay-Z was keeping Beyoncé tied to him by using drugs. According to multiple insiders, Jay had been giving Beyoncé drugs to keep her in check with fans. Have been worried for a while, particularly because Beyoncé has occasionally appeared to be acting swaying and nodding her head in a way that seemed a little strange. Fans were raving about how she appeared to be intoxicated or something, which left people wondering what was actually happening behind the scenes. Solutions for security. This is the game GL Myring of New York City, as it has been for a long time. It's a little odd that Christian would even bring this up because it could expose his own father. But if those accusations were true, it's not that crazy to think Diddy may have been helping Jay-Z drug Beyoncé. Participant. Let's not forget that Jaguar Wright had some tea about Jay-Z and Diddy's relationship, implying that there was some shady business going on between the two of them. It's not hard to believe they might have had some dealings we don't know about with Biggie and developed a working camaraderie with Honeycombs, and I mean Diddy, given the disturbing claims Cassie made in her lawsuit about probably noticed that she's never been sued. Sure, she's been threatened, but that speaks volumes in and of itself. She also supported the bodyguards. Hold on to your hats because 50 Cent isn't finished yet. He is drawing attention to Beyoncé's purported plot to blame Jay-Z for their messiness. Yes, he is implying that she set him up for failure by divorcing him, intending to throw him under the bus when things get hard. Let me tell you, these revelations left us all in shock. Could this be the reason behind Jay-Z's recent love-talking binge? There seems to be much more to this story than meets the eye, so let's get to the bottom of it. Claims that Beyoncé was allegedly being drugged by Jay-Z, who I've known for years to be a monster. I've been waiting a long time to see if he would change his mind, and the more he pumps down words. She then likened Beyoncé's predicament to Britney Spears. Request for supporters to launch a free Beyoncé campaign since she is imprisoned in her marriage and not my gorgeous Beyoncé. He put his wife's neck around to prevent her from dating. I tell you this, you should be running a campaign that says free instead of talking about free Britney. Beyoncé is free, but she is a prisoner in a golden cage. Oh my God, if Beyoncé is incarcerated, it's in one of the priciest jails ever. People think she has an amazing life, but she isn't. She is told what to say, what to eat, what to drink, and what to wear by people who aren't her husband's wife. She is his employee. It's a business arrangement. She was a DI fan, and last year at the Grammys, she noticed something strange when Jay-Z offered her a drink, and Jay-Z looked offended. Welcome back to the Grammys, everyone. The wild part of this is that Christian spilling this tea on Jay-Z would only make things worse for Diddy because it also directly implicated Diddy. I wonder if Christian knows that Diddy is cooked by the feds in one way or another, and he doesn't care what happens as long as he gets to take Jay-Z down with Diddy. I still mourn the death of the innocents, and I apologize to all the women I played with, your emotions, because I was emotionless. To be honest, Christian doesn't exactly seem like being extremely intelligent because he essentially spied on Diddy after Homeland Security raided their homes earlier this year and even attempted to start a fight with 50% of all people. Therefore, either Christian is attempting to expose Diddy and get him into more trouble, or he isn't that intelligent. However, please share your thoughts in the comments section. He jumped out, and I was like, wait, what are you doing? That's stuff that involves Jay-Z and me. This has nothing to do with you, girl. You're lucky that Solange wasn't there. I would have had to go back and stop Beyoncé from divorcing Jay and taking her assets away from him. Who knew that Jay-Z's being exposed as a bad guy would be the final straw for Beyoncé to file for divorce and leave Jay-Z Chile? She has been with him through thick and thin, through several affairs, and it was beginning to seem like she would never leave him, no matter what. However, because he is being set up to take the fall like Diddy, she is plunging. As you may recall, Jay-Z ACC has been the target of accusations from everyone that he is the master manipulator who pulls strings behind the scenes and supposedly forced Beyoncé into some dubious activities. As it turns out, 50 Cent is stepping up to spill the beans, saying that Beyoncé is not only as evil as Jay-Z, but maybe worse. He's providing some really frightening instances of her alleged antics. But wait on. T-Down Jay-Z and Beyoncé will stop at nothing to discredit anybody who criticizes them. Okay, I understand the threats, but keep in mind that I am aware of your deep secrets and that I know a tremendous deal about you and your past. I am also aware of how you got to where you are and how you have trodden on a lot of people. Beyoncé, you people are so terrible that you destroyed Carrie Hilson's career because she said anything against you. Remember, there have been accusations for a few years that you stifle anybody who wants to remain at the top. There have been rumors for a few years that Jay-Z and Diddy have been involved in some seriously shady things, but they were just annoying fan gossip. In a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, Beyoncé discussed the significant age difference between herself and Jay-Z, saying, "I was 18 when we first met and 19 when we started dating. There was no rush. No one expected me to run off and get married." This created a lot of buzz among fans, with some even speculating. However, this is where things take a darker turn. According to Jay-Z, he met Beyoncé 10 years ago. However, now that the feds are allegedly involved in this already, it appears that there may be more to the rumors than we know. And you can bet that Queen Bee is not going to stay around and go down with this sinking ship word. Beyoncé had been planning to leave her marriage weeks ago in response to the recent accusations that linked her husband Jay-Z to Diddy. No matter what people say about Beyoncé, one thing is certain. She wants to handle this divorce as quietly and low-key as possible. According to an insider, Beyoncé intends to pull a Will and Jada move and get divorced from Jay-Z, but she won't make the formal announcement. Rumor has it that she has started the process to end her marriage, but she's keeping it as quiet and private as possible because she doesn't want to deal with the drama. Statement: until the federal government presents their case against him. She then intends to declare that they have been divorced for some time, but decided to keep things civil because of the children, etc. But wait, there's a bizarre plot twist here. According to rapper 50 Cent, Jay-Z 50 is asserting that Beyoncé has a secret purpose for divorcing him, saying that she is really attempting to hide her activities so the government won't find her. You can see why 50 has been on this trail because, in addition to being allegedly aware of Diddy and Jay-Z's alleged activities, Beyoncé also engaged in some really shady activities that could land her in hot water with the federal government. She is attempting to dip as quickly as possible, and you can count on 50 to spill the beans on shady shenanigans in Hollywood, especially when it involves people he has beef with. Drama from day one, but as it turns out, 50 has heard insider information about Beyoncé's plans to split from Jay-Z. He is determined to ensure that she faces some consequences, so he has been exposing her as well. He literally stopped trolling Diddy and Jay-Z to concentrate on Beyoncé because he wants us to know that she is not who she seems to be, and that the victim identity set by fans couldn't be further from the truth. According to 50, the explanation for why Beyoncé is seen as an innocent about bombs that have the potential to expose the whole business. Diddy-level secrets that have the potential to completely upend everything. Storm's remarks ignited the internet, but it turns out that he wasn't the first to figure out that Jay-Z was being exposed because Jaguar. After Cassie's case was dismissed last year, Wright did us a favor by publicly stating that Jay-Z was next to be revealed, and that steps were being taken to expose his supposedly sinister actions. The wild part of this is that Christian spilling this tea on Jay-Z would only make things worse for Diddy because it also directly implicated Diddy. I wonder if Christian knows that Diddy is cooked by the feds in one way or another, and he doesn't care what happens as long as he gets to take Jay-Z down with Diddy. I still mourn the death of the innocents, and I apologize to all the women I played with, your emotions, because I was emotionless. To be honest, Christian doesn't exactly seem like being extremely intelligent because he essentially spied on Diddy after Homeland Security raided their homes earlier this year and even attempted to start a fight with 50% of all people. Therefore, either Christian is attempting to expose Diddy and get him into more trouble, or he isn't that intelligent. However, please share your thoughts in the comments section. He jumped out, and I was like, wait, what are you doing? That's stuff that involves Jay-Z and me. This has nothing to do with you, girl. You're lucky that Solange wasn't there. I would have had to go back and stop Beyoncé from divorcing Jay and taking her assets away from him. Who knew that Jay-Z's being exposed as a bad guy would be the final straw for Beyoncé to file for divorce and leave Jay-Z Chile? She has been with him through thick and thin, through several affairs, and it was beginning to seem like she would never leave him, no matter what. However, because he is being set up to take the fall like Diddy, she is plunging. As you may recall, Jay-Z ACC has been the target of accusations from everyone that he is the master manipulator who pulls strings behind the scenes and supposedly forced Beyoncé into some dubious activities. As it turns out, 50 Cent is stepping up to spill the beans, saying that Beyoncé is not only as evil as Jay-Z, but maybe worse. He's providing some really frightening instances of her alleged antics. But wait on. The worst thing we thought of Jay-Z was that he was an unrepentant cheater who had the audacity to cheat on Beyoncé with multiple women. If you're wondering, Becky with the good hair isn't the only woman that Jay-Z has been accused of cheating with. According to people in the know, the honeymoon, there is a long list of them. To say that he could be even worse than that is just frightening, and kind of makes us wonder what exactly these celebrities get into when the cameras stop rolling. Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship didn't last long because he allegedly began cheating on her just a few months after they started dating. Rapper Charlie Baltimore is one of his alleged mistresses. In the past, there were a lot of rumors that Jay-Z and Charlie were dating. What's interesting is that he allegedly had an affair with Charlie before he even met Beyoncé, but he kept her as his sidekick because he didn't think she fit the type of partner he wanted for those who weren't in the loop. In the past, Charlie was okay with being the other woman when she was with the rapper known as IG, also known as Biggie Smalls. However, she became upset when Jay-Z began showing off his relationship with Beyoncé, despite the fact that she had known him first. And that was the tipping point for her, so she ended their relationship. Jay-Z's obsession with control is one of his traits, and he didn't take it well when Charlie broke up with him, particularly because she went on with another guy rather than lusting after him as he desired. And one thing I adore about 50 is that he is honest when exposing someone, and they never sue him. Well, there are two things that are certain right now. Beyoncé isn't going to be down to the last minute, and Jay-Z has 99 issues in the case. And that's one thing that struck me. Given that Beyoncé continues to declare her love for Jay-Z at these award events, do you believe that she is really leaving them, or do you believe that this is all a front? Leave a comment below with your ideas, and then watch the following video.